Hello everybody, I'm Mihai from UrbanizeHub, and today I'm actually going to talk to you about sustainable urban innovation through community engagement. And you might wonder, okay, but why specifically this topic? I mean, there's like one panel afterwards that talks about this. Well, maybe we arrived a bit early and there's too many good speakers, in all these panels. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Well, our capacity itself is not necessarily in circular economy. We'll talk a bit about community engagement and then actually how we transition and how we go into circular economy, because we also have like a project that we're preparing right now and that we're organizing in that specific area. But as my colleague from Economia Circulară said, it's also very important, and you've seen, to engage the community in this, right? Without community engagement, circular economy and the transition to it cannot actually happen. Good. So just a bit of background information for you to understand who we are actually. What's relevant to know about us is actually that we're a community, a platform, a hub of passionate people and experts that are interested in disseminating the idea of sustainable urban development in all its forms, whether it's about circular economy transition, whether it's about urban mobility, community engagement, and so on, and also implement projects on the matter. Good. And now let's come to our expertise, right? Last year we've been to the Green Cities Forums and we've been talking about urban mobility, we've been talking about, public realm, but this year we're very happy to talk about community engagement and circular economy by extension, because this is our expertise, and we really believe that community engagement is at the core of sustainable transformation, whether it's urban, whether it's of other types, right? So there are four pillars why we believe community engagement is actually so important, right? First of all, we believe, and I mentioned before, that no sustainable urban development can happen without community engagement, right? If you don't have the community in your city on your side, or they don't understand the concepts that you want to implement and the actions, then most likely it's going to fail on the long term, right? Then the second pillar that is very important and why we believe community engagement is like crucial to implement is trust and the bridging function that it has, right? I'm quite sure, right? There are Romanian mayors in the room, they're like public administration officials. It's very interesting to watch the Facebook pages when you propose a project, right? Because you see a lot of curse words and everything, right? The trust of Romanians in politics and its ability to change system is actually quite low, right? And that's why community engagement, also public officials need to understand, is so important for building this trust in order to have all the resources of the community to implement sustainable projects. It also helps instill responsibility, right? If a community finds out about the project, is consulted, has the opportunity to give input, is going to feel ownership, right? If you build a park, right, with sustainable materials afterwards, the chances that the community is involved, that they destroy afterwards the furniture and so on, is actually way lower, right? And last but not least, community engagement, as we've seen and we're going to present, actually harnesses community potential, right? It mobilizes the creative forces of the community, its expertise, in order to implement projects, because sometimes, let's be real, with all the bureaucracy, it's, while not absolving the public administration from responsibility, it's very hard for them to sometimes innovate, right, by themselves. So that's why community engagement is so important. What I'm going to do forward, and bear with me because I'm going to get to the circular economy part as well, is actually I'm going to present a list of key projects, not all of them, but key projects that show how we engage citizens and how we do community engagement, how we innovate on an urban level in this regard, right? So first of all, that was a while ago. While it's not necessarily cutting edge, as you can see, it's still very effective. In partnership with the World Bank and the Federation of Metropolitan Areas, for example, we performed the largest public consultation, right, on urban and metropolitan development in Romania, and over 120,000 participants gave their opinion on what should be the priorities for the different metropolitan areas in Romania. The result was the development of the first holistic metropolitan development vision of Romania, based on the input of citizens. And as you can see here in the picture itself, the example of Brașov, you can see things such as the restoration of railways, for example, that has been mentioned as a priority by the citizens themselves. Good. Now we're slowly going to more and more concrete initiatives. Another key initiative that we actually run is Urban Talks, right? It's very similar to what happens today, basically. We gather passionate people, we gather experts from all fields, whether it's European, local, national, NGO, and so on, right, to share ideas, to share good case practices, to share projects, maybe to establish partnerships, right, in order to develop the sustainable cities of today and tomorrow, right? Yeah, you see here the numbers of the screen. I won't go into them. We had, over the years, over 250 speakers. Then even more concrete, right? And when I'm getting to, okay, why is it important to have community engagement and why it's important to mobilize the resources of the community? Urban Innovation Hackathon, that's what it is. It's a hackathon. It's a contest of solution where everybody that is interested from all fields of life, passionate about like sustainable urban development, circular development, and so on, can actually get in a team, develop solutions through a design thinking process, and then afterwards get the chance to implement them, right? We've been implementing some over the years with different challenges. In 2020, for example, we focused a lot more on urban mobility. Now we're focusing again on green cities, on the circular aspect of it. And we generated 48 solutions over the years, with the most notable one actually implementing its first smart biking garage in Cluj-Napoca. And then we're going to even more like on-ground projects. I think some of them you might even have heard about them. The Lime project, one of our flagship projects, so to say. It's been developed in partnership with the Town Hall of the 6th District in Bucharest. And the project aims to reshape the public space adjacent to Linie Street. It's an abandoned railway. Through co-design and participatory urban planning techniques. It's actually planning to design like a line park based on the model of New York, right? But what's been very interesting here is the way we've been mobilizing and engaging the community in order to reach to the concepts that you see in on the slide itself, right? Because we've been serving over 3,600 people. We've been running public consultations, but also most importantly, we've been partnering with one organization in the Netherlands called Furban to actually have the citizens, based on the input that we generate and so on, and on their input to generate their proposal of the public space, right? It's citizen engagement to another level because they can literally see how the space could look like, right? And we're also proud to say that the project has been awarded as the Cities of Tomorrow powered by AHK Romania. Another innovation in terms of like community engagement is actually Lugoj proximity. Lugoj started from the following premise. They have a lot of public spaces that are quite degraded, and if revitalized, they can actually help revitalize the city itself, right? From this premise, actually, we started a public consultation process. We prioritized the public spaces that should be rebuilt, regenerated, renovated in a sustainable manner. And then we actually organized a contest of solutions, right? Where students proposed concepts for like integrated concepts for 5 areas in the city. And this, the plan is to include this in the update of the general urban plan. And we're getting closer, don't worry. Lugoj for Kids by Kids, this is one project that I've been managing, and I'm especially like, it's very dear to me, because here we started from the premise of the engaged citizens of today, the engaged children of today actually are the urban leaders of tomorrow, right? So what we did here is in a project co-financed by EIT Urban Mobility, we engaged a group of pupils from Lugoj in a participatory urban planning exercise, and with workshops, with personas building, all kind of innovative methods. And at the end, together with them, we generated a GIS story map that includes the issues and the proposed solutions, obviously with our facilitated with our expertise, to the bike users in the city. And last but not least, in terms of projects, what we're running right now and what we're like slowly getting to the circular part is actually innovative solutions for green cities, where together with 4 cities in Western Romania, we're actually conducting an analysis to assess their capacity to adapt to the carbon neutral principles, European principles, as well as become green cities. We also help them build capacity in order to implement this, let's say, to get closer to the idea of green cities. And also, we help them develop action plans with the engagement of community. And then afterwards, actually, we're going to organize a big hackathon for them where we're going to focus a bit more on the circular idea, circular economy, because our purpose is very much to mobilize the resources of the community itself in the process, right? And then based on that, we're going to implement a few pilot solutions together with the community, with the NGOs, with the citizens, with the public administrations in the respective cities. I have one message about like community engagement. As you've seen from our presentation, community engagement goes so much beyond simple like citizen consultation, right? And what we want, the message we want to send to public administration, to NGOs everywhere and so on and so forth, to be open about the idea of community engagement and to understand that they're very versatile tools to implement it, right? Whether you need solutions to circular issues, you can organize a hackathon, maybe you want to increase the public trust and so on and so forth. And you've seen a set of projects, and we also hope that you get inspired and you implement them further. And now let's go to the circular economy part, because as we mentioned, we didn't have this expertise before. I mean, I had it specifically, but not the organization. But we're going into that because circular economy, let's recognize it, is very important for the future of cities, right? The way they do waste management, maybe economic models and so on and so based on, I don't know, repairing different tools and so on and so forth, right? You heard about Buzău. We were honestly baffled about Buzău when we first heard, you know, yes, we have the first circular school in Romania, and we have, you know, our city brand is better than the one of Paris, and we developed the first circular strategy in Romania itself. And we're like, okay, let's get in on that, right? And let's bring our expertise of community engagement in the process. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to more or less like have a soup of our like community engagement projects, and we're going to organize a contest of solutions focused on circular economy mainly, right? Where we have the ideas of Green Buzău and Buzău of the future. I know their brand is Open Buzău, but here we're focusing on circularity, aiming to gather solutions specifically tailored to the circular challenges of the city, right? Waste management, for example, maybe a bit the sharing, the repairing economy, and so on and so forth, right? And at the end of it, what we're actually quite proud to do and to be involved in this story of Circular Buzău is that we're going to implement 3 to 9 solutions after the hackathon itself within 12 months maximum, right? So we're going to take these solutions that have potential, we're going to incubate them, support them throughout the process, and at the end we're going to have them organize pilots for the city of Buzău in this direction of circularity. We're very proud to do this, and yeah, with this said, thank you very much for your time. It's an honor for us to be here at the Green Cities Forum to talk about circular economy and citizen engagement. We're looking to being inspired by you. Thank you.